Black people invented everything.
And don't they cover that lie, I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. You ain't built nothing. Half the time what you did build as a the white man had to whoop your ass with a whoop to get you to do that little bit of work that you did do. Had to whoop your ass to get it done. Talking about we built them. You ain't built a damn thing. Don't own a damn thing. None of it. You had Harlem, you threw that away.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hey guys, my name is Modi and welcome back to my very first installment of the new segment of my show captioned We Were Kings and Shite. Oh no, we were kings and shite. So guys, I finally began the series and this is my first episode of the Wazury tales. Okay, I mean this series is long overdue and I am happy that I finally delved into it.
What?
Guys, again, once again, you are welcome back to the very first episode of this series. We was Kings and Shite, episode 1. This is a segment of the Muddy Speaks show where we drag these delusional online historians kicking and screaming back into reality. Because honestly, guys, if I don't, who will? Fellow black people are reluctant to debunk or call out these delusional kings and queens. Some of them are afraid of the backlash from other black people. In the same vein, other non-black people lack the courage to call out these ridiculous people to order for fear of being accused of racism or being cancelled on the internet, you know? So it falls to me, a black person whose need to preserve black people's dignity and keep them grounded in reality surpasses her fear of backlash. That is, if there is any to begin with, because honestly, I do not fear backlash. In fact, I welcome it. But let's not dwell on that, guys. Let's get right into this video. So this melanated Kang has something to tell us. Of course, it is more proof that, we were kings and shite, we invented everything, including America. But do not take my word for it. Let's hear him cook.
So I woke up and the first thing I see is TikTok lit today. So we exposing the natives, we exposing the YTs. This what we doing today? Cause I'm all for it. Welcome to the cookout. Everybody got so much to say. We ain't the natives, huh? No, we are the natives. Excuse me, we ain't the natives. We the originals. Not only to America, but to the whole entire earth.
And mind you, this is all based on a trust me bro evidence. But let's continue.
Entire earth. It's ours. So what happened? I'll tell you what happened. They burned down all of our paper, birth certificates, pictures, documents. They burned down our buildings. I'm talking about houses. I'm talking about sacred places. I'm talking about libraries, okay? They bulldozed all of our mounds. Not only did they bulldoze the mound, they went inside, dug everything up, stole it, and left it there as a viewing site for foreigners and immigrants to go look at. They hired fake chiefs. They paid YT people $5 to take our lands.
Guys, I know it can be hard, okay? I know it can be insufferable trying to follow their logic, but we must try. Just try your best to wipe your brain cell of all common sense and then squish your brain cells to the smallest degree possible. Just compress it as small as you can. Then maybe you can start comprehending what this guy is alluding to. Believe me, it works because I did it. So he said that they hired fake chiefs. So I'm assuming by they, he is referring to white people. And the fake chiefs are the red Indian, okay? The Native American chiefs. But he is saying that they were not chiefs. They were not Native American chiefs. They were fake frauds that, were hired by the white people. Because at the end of the day, there was nothing like Native Americans because black people were the natives and they did not come from Africa on slave ships. We didn't come from no Africa. We've been always here. I know it can be so really difficult to comprehend him, guys, but let us give it a try, shall we?
They erased our identity, reclassified us, relocated us, and told us we were from Africa. Well, I tell you what, since you like giving the credit of the pyramid builder culture, the mound builder culture, the agriculture that's flourished the Americas, and not only Americas, but spread through the entire world, since you want to take credit for it, or you want to give that credit to people who don't deserve it, do it again. Build some more pyramids. Build some more free energy centers. Build some more subway systems. Build some more street cars and street buses. Build it. Do it. Since y'all are the original Americans who were here before us, repeat the history. Replicate the culture. Oh yeah, you can't.
Guys, this is not an easy job. Honestly, it is not, okay? I know you might think that it is easy because all I have to do is talk. But believe me, it takes real talent to understand what these people are saying. It takes real magic to depreciate your brain to the capacity that you now come to their level and start, making sense of what they are gibbering about. Now, I'm not an expert at it, but I try my best, guys. I really do. Now, even though I try my best, I still acknowledge that my best is not really enough. I still cannot understand their, train of thought. So I'm only going to discuss the understandable part of their mind-blowing, high IQ arguments or statements or discoveries. Of course, I'm kidding, guys. These people their IQ is way below the charts, okay? That is why you see a full-grown man claiming to have originated in America. We black Americans, we the natives, we didn't come on no slave ships. It is crazy because there are slave markets in my country, Nigeria, where locals and tourists still visit today to relieve the transatlantic slave trade. We have the living evidence of these people being taken from Africa. Now, guys, I'm not telling you about some ancient history because, of course, history can be blurred out. History can be rewritten. It can contain lies and fallacies. But I am not talking about history, guys. I am talking about real-life proof, standing evidence in forms of slave encampments, their chains, the boats used in transporting them, the objects they were traded for, the rooms they were kept in while awaiting transportation to their western destinations, the port they sailed from. You have a slave village in Badagry, Lagos that is still preserved today, where delusional beings like this adult man can go and learn more about his origin. But no, he prefers spinning folk tales about how black people originated in America and the native Indians are nothing but fake frauds who were hired by the whites to pose as the original Americans. Guys, so okay, but hey, let's say that all this mumbo jumbo is correct, okay? Let's say that black Americans did not come from Africa. They invented America. They were in America. They've always been there. Let's say it is all true. Let's say we were all kangs and queens and shite, okay? All of that was true. I would also like us to apply the same thing he said to white people. He said that if they built all the technology, then prove it, right? Because it is funny when people start telling you what you are supposed to tell them. White people are supposed to be telling us to prove all this, we invented everything. It is funny seeing a black man telling white people to prove that they civilized the world while simultaneously claiming that it was black people who did it instead. Well, let us examine what he said a little bit. Because guys, This is about to get really interesting. You see, I am a black person, but that doesn't mean that I do not notice how white people are proving this excellence every day. Sir, they don't need to recreate the wheel. They are driving the freaking car, flying the airplane, running the internet, and launching rockets, while people like you are still filming manifestos on devices their ancestors' ingenuity made possible. White Europeans and their American descendants did not just show up once, slap together some railroads and called it a day, okay? Rather, they've been proving excellence from Magna Carta to the moon landing, from the Enlightenment to Silicon Valley. And they are still proving it every single quarter when those earning reports drop. America did not just become the greatest economic and technological powerhouse by accident, okay? The legal systems that shares English common law roots, the Constitution that was drafted by dead white guys like Madison, Jefferson, Hamilton, created property rights, rule of law, and individual liberty that unleashed human potential like nothing before. They created a framework that turned a bunch of colonies into a superpower. Checks and balances, patents, corporations, free markets. They created all of this, maintained it, and expanded it by their posterity. And let's not mention all the inventions which we are enjoying today, which were all made possible by white people. The vaccines, the steam engines, the wheel, the internet, the airplane, the cell phone, the antibiotics, the semiconductors, computers. Where do I even begin? And where do I stop? But let us focus on his Prove It Today challenge. Sir, please open your eyes, okay? Can't you see that white people don't need to reinvent the railway because the ones they have created already is working? They iterate, scale, and dominate. Look around the American system right now. Who builds and manages the backbone of modernity? Talk about cars. You have Ford, founded by Henry Ford, with revolutionized mass production. You have General Motors by Billy Durant and crew. You have Chrysler lineage. You have Tesla, which was made by Elon Musk, who is white at the end of the day. These are American companies churning out millions and millions of vehicles with complex supply chains, robotics, and R&D budgets that dwarf entire African GDPs. How many black-owned companies produce a full car from raw materials to finished product, start to finish, at scale? Zero. Oh God, not assembly plants importing kits, not suppliers, actual original design, engine, electronics, manufacturing dominance, they cannot. What about tech and computers? Apple was made by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Microsoft, Bill Gates and Paul Allen. Google/Alphabet was made by Larry Page and Sergey Brin. Intel, Gordon Moore and Robert Noyce. Amazon, Jeff Bezos. And mind you, these are not history. They are today's giants controlling phones, cloud computing, search, e-commerce, all white founded, all white led. Black Americans are what? 13 to 14% of the population? Yet, how many of these flagship technology producing companies are black owned or black founded? Name one at that tier. I'll wait. Nothing. Okay, yes, Worldwide Technology is a big black-owned IT distributor. Big respect for that, okay? But still, they do not manufacture their own microprocessors or their own operating systems. They still outsource it. Let's take a look at aviation. The Boeing was invented by Lockheed Martin. Legacies of white American aerospace engineering that put men on the moon and dominate commercial and military skies. Any black-owned airplane manufacturers from scratch? Any? None. I can go on and on in every department you can ever mention, be it in medicine, be it in retail stores, be it in academics, anything, and the results speak for itself. Guys, these are all ongoing proof, like real-time proof, not one and done ancient flex. Continuous management, improvement, production, global dominance. We can also stretch this into Africa because the claims always circle back to, oh, we built civilization. Nigeria, my own country, cannot even boast of tarring their own roads themselves. Any complex architectural structure you see in my country was built by non-black foreigners. Common electrical high-tension poles cannot be installed by our so-called black engineers. We still depend on non-black engineers. How many homegrown companies build railway end-to-end with indigenous engineering in Africa? No heavy foreign contractors? How many? What about electrical grids, cars from scratch, engineering wire systems? We are importing everything. We are importing matchsticks, guys. We are importing toothpicks. Toothpicks, for God's sake. China, Turkey, European nations, Arab nations, they come into Africa and they build the infrastructure because local capacity lags. Kenya's SGR, Chinese built. Ethiopian Djibouti Rail, Chinese built. Tanzania's big projects, Turkish and others built. Even so-called rare exceptions still rely heavily on foreign tech transfer and expertise. This man was bold enough to demand proof today, while the entire African continent cannot even independently sustain or originate the basics without inviting outsiders. Unbelievable. I know the truth hurts, guys, but I'm gonna say it anyway. White excellence isn't a one-time ancient event to be recreated for anybody's validation. It is a continuous civilizational track record with institutions, culture, human capital, time preference, innovation drive that built the modern world. Black Americans LARPing as the American native is nothing but laughable. It is embarrassing. They are asking for proof. It's also very idiotic because the proof is in every iPhone, every Boeing jet, every Tesla on the road, every American hospital using advanced medicine, every software platform running global commerce. The proof is in the West's continued output versus the gap in independent capability among Africans, among black people. Stop claiming that you are kings and queens. Stop claiming the king status while you cannot even maintain the king products. Just focus on building in the present with realism. Family structure, education culture, less excuses, more fathers in the home, more grind. That is how you actually earn respect, not by rewriting history or challenging others to redo something that they are already surpassing daily. This is not self-hate, guys. Rather, it is a pattern recognition from a black woman who is tired of the embarrassment people like this man subject me to every day on the internet. The modern world is all the proof you need. So please, deal with it. And with that, guys, we have come to the end of the very first episode of We Were Kangs and Shite. I hope to see you on the next one. But before that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buy me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.